What is up, Smash Ninjas? Listen, you guys ready? I say we get to work. Well, let's just get to work. It's just what we do. Look at no sweat on the head today. It's because it's only like 89 degrees. Remember last time I was twisting the camera? Whoa, we could do this all day. I'm not gonna make you guys seasick. It'd be like that one. I had one of you guys, I did this and I was holding it because I was full of, I don't know, pre-workout or something. And you guys were razzing me. That was so funny. That's what I love about you guys. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for always keeping it rizzle. Keeping it real. So we're going to be talking about quadriceps tendinitis. There's another word for it. Yeah, I know you can see my doors open on the mini garage attached to my house right there. There's a key hanging down. There's a door. You can see some brick on the side, or some stone rather, on the side of my house. Anyway, so what we're going to be talking about is knee pain. Now undo that and unwind that a little bit and back up. Not so much knee pain, but pretty much quadriceps tendinitis. So there's a giant bee flying around in here, so if you see me kind of reach out and try and grab something, don't have a tick, it's just what happens. Okay? I'm not all nervous and twitchy. But in order to undo and fix the quadriceps tendon, remember the quadriceps tendon is essentially a big fat strip of tissue that comes over the knee, encapsulates the kneecap. Remember, the kneecap is basically a sesamoid bone, right? It's a bone that's encapsulated in a tendon. So it's not designed to go anywhere within the tendon. It's just designed to move around as the tendon moves around. The tendon comes down around front, hooks on something called the tibial tuberosity, which is, if we can get up here, right there. I didn't think I could get that, right? See? Look at that. Yes, I had to use my arm to do it. So it attaches to the tibia, and what it allows you to do is to extend the knee or extend the lower leg, right? And if you can't extend that, things are going to suffer. Are going to be squats, running, jumping, lunges, deadlifts, pretty much life. So we're in a gravity-controlled environment, so I'm going to show you how to unload that tendon super fast. But what happens is this. Your pelvis sits this way. So there's something in the center called the pubic symphysis. There's a disc in there, and the pelvis sits like this in the center, and then across the back is this triangular bone called the sacrum. And the top of that sacral, that SI joint, that sacroiliac joint, is synovial, and the bottom is fibrous. So the joint has some really funky mechanics, and it's still a fundamental process that needs to be addressed, because as your pelvis shears and torques, it doesn't just load up the tissue crossing the hip joint, crossing that femoroacetabular joint. It also loads up the tissue crossing the sacrum to the ilium, and it affects tissue that goes all the way down into the knee. So we need to unload all that stuff, because the mechanics of the knee are predicated on the mechanics of the hip and the pelvis. So change the hip and the pelvis, change the knee. So I'm going to show you how to return internal rotation, hip flexion, hip extension, undo the hamstrings, unload the adductors, and unglue that tendon across the top of the knee, all in like 3 steps. And one of them, we can do almost all this stuff in 1 step. How cool is that? So first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna unglue the tissue. You're gonna grab a $135 on the bar. Yeah, it's gonna be heavy. I want it to be heavy. I'm not too concerned about the pain face. Don't worry about those neurological responses. That's not true. There's no guard, that's a bunch of bunk. Listen, just lay on it, because if it was true, things like body tempering wouldn't work. But I promise you this, talking to my boy Donnie Thompson, shit works every time. It's legit. Same with Jesse Burdick. It works. You do body tempering, check into it. It works. I'll tag it in the full video. So we're gonna take, I didn't have a box in here, so I used a stack of weights. There's a stack of plates, so I'm gonna sit on a stack. Okay, I wanna be able, so if you can see, my feet are off the ground, so that's important. We're gonna pick up the barbell. Ideally, I would use a 35 pound, not a 45, because the 45 is thicker. So it's going to, it's gonna have less or more surface area, so it's gonna disperse the force of the barbell. I'm hooking it with my feet, so it doesn't roll off anywhere. So it's gonna disperse the force of the barbell over a wider period, or a wider piece of tissue, less concentrated, and just less pain, right? So we want a little narrow bar. So pick up the barbell, dump it onto the quad. Now here's where everybody makes the mistake. So bring it up, start up high. Man, I did some really crappy working out the other day. This is painful. Like, I need a lot. You guys saw it. I posted it on Box in the Court on Sunday. Man, it's Tuesday, okay? Quads are still sore. What you're gonna do is you're gonna start here. So I want you to take the hand that's not on the active leg. So inactive leg, hook underneath, take this hand, push down, and then just start kicking in and out, unloading primarily that rectus femoris. Now that's a biphasic muscle, right? So it crosses the hip joint and the knee joint. So it's a hip flexor and a knee extensor. So it does lots. Roll all the way down. Work your way all the way down. This is how you properly unload that quadriceps tendon without just mashing away on the suprapatellar pouch and destroying that bursa that's in there. Oh, this is garbage. And work your way all the way down to the knee. When you're done, call it a day, quick, go home, that's it, we're out of here. Nah, there's more. There's 2 more things to do. Almost went like this. That's 3. I'm like that guy from Shrek. Pick 3. 3. All right, so that's number 1. Okay? Number 2 is, I'm going to show you how to roll, but we want to roll nothing that is even close to the IT band. And why I'm saying that is, let's see if I can get this to stay over here. If I get hit with a barbell halfway through this, it'd be some funny shit. How about we move the sandbag so the barbell doesn't roll into SmashweRx. So what we do, go this way, I'm going to wind up with a black set of knees. Get on the foam roll. There's 2 things you're going to do. First one, I do have black knees, that's crappy, is so this would be smashing out the IT band. What do we know about doing that to the IT band? Bunk, doesn't work. So what we do is we roll forward, post out with the leg, trap the vastus lateralis, and find those hot spots. Let's bring this down so my camera angle's a little better so Jess doesn't get mad at me. And just really, so you can see I'm almost, like I'm at about 45 degrees to the ground, and I'm just rolling just above that IT band all the way down to the lateral portion of the knee, that pes answering, and just really clean all that up. And when I'm done with that, there's one more spot. I really don't want to do this one because this one hurts. So there's 4 things we're doing all together, not 3. So we get on the foam roll, take the leg, cross it over into the figure 4, and then find that hot spot. Oh, and just mash away on that high hip, that glute complex, and just unglue it. And when you're done, get off because it sucks. All right, last one. We got to move all this stuff. We're going to take plates, chuck them out of the way. We're going to start with a low box. So we want to take this would be our low box. We're going to drop down, get the sandbag out of the way. How about we move this? There's some fun stuff we could do. This thing's rolling towards me. I might get smoked by a barbell. So, this is the position you're going to take. You're going to drop the knee. Let's see if we can do this. Oh, yeah. We got to move this. Just a little bit. Yeah. I'm going to move it just a little bit. Watch out. Watch him. We could do this crikey. Australian style. All my Aussie guys right now are going, dude, your accent sucks ass. So, bottom or trailing leg is in basically a couch stretch position without pulling the leg up. This leg comes up high. So this is the position you want to be in. So I'm stretching the hip flexors on the trailing leg and the adductors and the hamstrings on the lead leg. And what we want to do is grab this and pull yourself in and squeeze the glute on this outside. So grab the knee, push out a little bit. Make sure that trailing leg, the leg is kicked out a little bit so you're internally rotating the hip. That's important. And then just camp out like this for how long? 2 minutes. Same thing on the other side. Call it a day. That's how you properly get rid of quadriceps tendinitis. Hey, listen, I'm Trev, SmashweRx, coming at you from the garage Tuesday. I will check you guys out tomorrow.